Peace seems to be this elusive state of being that everyone is chasing, even if they don't know it yet. Come with me as I find it in the mundane, in the bloom of spring, and in the brilliance of God. So Mondays are our grocery days, and these are our groceries. I personally do not go to the grocery store. I prefer to send Tyler out. It's really overwhelming for me to try and think in another language. It adds a whole nother layer for me that is just too much, especially how the stores are organized sometimes is really overwhelming. So grocery shopping for me, I tend to go in and get nothing that I needed, everything that my stomach wanted at the time, anything that my anxiety would allow me to get, and I usually end up just missing everything. So my husband is the designated grocery shopper. He does a great job. If I make a list, something that really works for us is I'll cook a meal on Mondays and have that for leftover on Tuesdays. Cook a meal on Wednesdays, have that for leftovers on Thursdays. Every Friday we have pizza. Saturday night we eat out, and then Sunday night we have leftover pizza, just to make sure that I am not burning myself out with cooking, because that happens for me for sure. My goal for spring is to spend so much time outside that by the time winter comes, we are so sick of being outdoors and we won't mind staying inside for all of winter.
Look,
I would probably go.
You said Dad.
This is going to sound weird, but I seriously wish I could drink this feeling of what it feels like outside right now. It's just so peaceful. The weather is perfect. The sun is in the perfect spot in the sky, and it's just overwhelmingly gorgeous. I feel like I can't appreciate it enough unless I'm like absorbing it into my body. It's so beautiful. One of our routines is incorporating daily worship multiple times a day, just to cultivate an atmosphere of worship for our family. I want my children to learn that worshiping is not just a once a week thing, but an everyday, all day thing. So after dinner, we like to put it on as we clean, and I love watching how Kairos has certain songs that he requests and now knows all the words to. This week has been so much learning new habits and rhythms that ground me in peace, building them into my life. Pushing caffeine off until later in the day is one of them. Caffeine truly takes me out of my body, and it always makes me feel like I'm in a rush, or I'm forgetting something, or I'm not doing enough. Pushing it off until later in the day and using the morning time to kind of ground myself and set the intentions for the day, pray, and actually sit in the things that I'm feeling and thinking, instead of taking in caffeine, which makes my brain go 1,000 miles an hour. That has been so crucial. Oh, there's bay leaves? some of the girls in the book club that I'm in influenced me to get on Notion. I've tried it before, but it's never really like clicked in my brain like how to use it. But now that there are so many goals and habits and hobbies that I want to implement this year, I feel like this is the place to be. And this is just how my brain works. I love that you can have like, I'll show you. You can have little tags, like color-coded tags. Okay, yeah, that's exactly how I would like to keep track of everything. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Isn't it crazy how the snow on this mountain is basically almost gone? I also really love how we're like in the clouds. Oh my goodness. Last night I stayed up basically till 1 a.m. just chatting with the book club. Then at 4 a.m. an earthquake happened, which we get them all the time, but the fact that I was just up from that point on, because whenever an earthquake happens here, it's like my subconscious, like my dream self takes over my body and does things before I'm even aware of what's happening. Like apparently I grabbed a hold of Tyler's arm and I told him, go get the kids. And before I even was aware of what I was doing, it was already done. And then I woke up and then I was just up. So I basically have had 3 hours of sleep and we'll probably go to bed at like 7:30 today. We had our language class and now I'm about to make tacos.
Because I love Jesus. My hands are clean. My heart is clean. I love him.
Ministry that has reached a very, very large number of people.
Life for 11 and a half years in the love of God.
Confronted with these accusations.
Say the future is orthodox are having mild delusions of grandeur. Those who aren't debating theology on the internet, but just show up to mass every week out of ritual obligation. It may not. It's something they've inherited, and it often provides comfort, but it's just one part of their life. In 2023, the Public Religion Research Institute, or PRRI, asked people to agree with the statement, religion is
that he died on the cross for my sin to forgive me and give me eternal life.
And he announced. And there it is.
And there it is.
Good morning. I have been trying to make bread for like probably 30 minutes. We just hired a babysitter to watch the boys in the morning, so we have more time to study, so we have more time to get things done, basically. And yet, my book club, they stay up on the other side of the world till so late talking, and literally they are so funny. If I never said anything, I could just sit back and listen to them or watch them type. It is so funny, and I literally cannot pull myself away from my phone to make this bread. Like, I think I'm gonna have to actually delete the app off of my phone until this bread is made. It is an answered prayer, honestly, because I've been trying to start a book club with people in my real life for so long and it just has never happened. The Lord just was like, here you go, here's a book club. It's fun. It's a little too fun. This week has been just a lot of gratitude for the change of seasons, for the sun, for how it feels to come alive in the springtime, and just resting in the mundane. I'm not gonna lie, life here can be really hard, really challenging in so many different ways. But I think what the Lord has been teaching me is how to root myself in Him so that I'm like a tree planted by the water, unmovable. For the first time since moving here, I am gonna take a walk to the river that we live by. It's like literally right across the street, and I'm just gonna spend time by the river by myself. Guys, I've seriously never felt more alive since moving here than I do right now. My heart is literally so overwhelmed right now with the peacefulness that is this place. The cherry blossoms are everywhere. These mountains are gorgeous, and the fact that it's just drizzling, I'm also realizing this has to be a daily thing. For the sake of my mental health and joy and spirit, this actually has to become a daily thing. I don't think I can live without this. Like, maybe even in the winter time, not even gonna lie. When you can find refuge in someone who doesn't change, who can never be moved, and you're rooted in him, like, the circumstances of life do not have the power to overcome you. They might be hard, you might not be happy the whole time, but you're not gonna be defeated, you know? And that's how I'm feeling this week, even just in a practical sense. I feel like he's been teaching me just simple habits and routines that help me to stay rooted and grounded, and just appreciating the mundane. Like, life could be so much different. And even though it is hard here, there is so much to be grateful for. Even joy in being able to do laundry for my family, to cook meals for my family, to take care of my family, even at 2 a.m. when both of the boys are not sleeping. Like, there are so many things to be thankful for, because it all could be so different. This is what the sun does to my brain. Like, I start getting so positive. But honestly, I do think this is going to be the best spring I've ever had in my life.